Now I want to talk to you about another serial political maniac. This guy, he owns his own network. He's kind of a big deal in the media space. And it's amazing what he gets away with because he owns his own means of production. We also do at the Fowler Show. We're on YouTube. We own all of our own content, but we try to not use it to exploit these crazy conspiracy rumors. So Glenn Beck manages to make the strange story of the fraudulent sign language interpreter at Nelson Mandela's funeral even weirder. Is that even possible? So the truth is stranger in fiction in some cases, especially at Nelson Mandela's memorial service. So much of what's in the news would not be believable in a fictional universe, if I had to say. The revelations about the fraudulent, allegedly schizophrenic sign language interpreter at Nelson Mandela's funeral, who many have thought was signing the voices inside his head, was one such story. It's all the responsible media could do to keep up with the bizarre and somewhat sad facts that were revealed. But for Glenn Beck, mental illness and a history of violence were not enough. Someone else, an even more sinister plot, had to be at work. Here's what Glenn Beck wants. He wants this man's blood to be tested. Besides the fact that this is already, this happened a week ago. I don't think you're going to get much from a blood test. But that's accepting his premise. So he said on his radio show, he's worried that somebody jacked him on something, so maybe he was drugged for some kind of conspiracy. He went on to say that this is exactly the kind of guy you hire to stand next to all of the world leaders at something like this, hoping that he'll do something. I believe it's not unreasonable to check his bloodstream to find out if anybody jacked him on anything to have him hallucinate. It might have been just enough to say that somebody could cause a kind of problem as this for whatever the reason, but something is really wrong here. So my biggest beef with Glenn Beck here, and he tends to do this a lot, in this case, reality is stranger than fiction. I mean, it's a totally crazy story. It's kind of sad. It's kind of hilarious. But there's no such thing in Glenn Beck's alternate universe as a simple screw up or even a massive screw up like we saw in Nelson Mandela's funeral service. I can't even imagine where Glenn Beck is going to go with this. Maybe start a commission to get this man's blood tested. But it's a great way to get people talking about you. Now listen, folks. We have a goal that we have set here on the Fowler Show, and we're really excited about it. The deadline is February 1st, and what we're trying to do is hit that 1 million view milestone on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/Fowler Show. And we want to hit 5,000 subscribers. We're probably about 75% of the way there, but we are really going to need the support of Fowler Nation to make this happen. I'm really excited about the contest, and the best thing about all of this is Richard is going to do something incredibly special for you guys if you help us by sharing our videos, subscribing to our channel, posting on Twitter, tweeting about us, doing all the great social media things that you can do to help make this Fowler Nation movement even stronger than it already is. Hit that 1 million view mark, hit that 5,000 subscriber mark, and support independent media. So here's what Richard's going to do. Richard is going to go, we have a local Mexican restaurant that does a Man vs. Food challenge. I'm a huge fan of Man vs. Food. I think I've seen all the episodes. I love watching people eat competitively. There's something about it that's just so American. Something about it that is just so American and so disturbing and so satisfying at the same time. So they have a challenge at this restaurant. It's the 5-pound burrito challenge where you're going to have to go, and Richard's going to do this if we hit our goal. He's going to go in. I'll bring the film crew. We're going to document the entire thing and post it on YouTube for you. And Richard is going to attempt to eat a 5-pound burrito in 30 minutes. I don't think he can do it. It's a massive burrito. Many, many people have failed in the District of Columbia, but I think that it's time for Richard to stake his claim and see if he can win in honor of Fowler Nation. We're going to put Fowler Nation on the wall if he hits that goal. So I want you to get involved, subscribe to our channel, share our videos with your friends.